Viewers, cutting across to a fresh breaking where we're getting visuals from Kolkata, where leader of opposition Suvendu Adhikari is staging a protest against the Mamata government over the SSC recruitment scam. Now, this comes just moments after the people from the members from SSC who were affected by the decision taken by the Supreme Court were also in protest in Kolkata. These are the visuals. We're also being joined by my colleague Priyabrata to get us more updates into the matter. Priyabrata, a quick turn of events. A massive protest has been launched by Suvendu Adhikari. Tell us more about this SSC scam protest.
Well, Kesu, the protests weren't exactly on, the protests weren't expected lines. This was bound to happen. So what happened today before this meeting between Mamata and the job seekers was empanelment under the SSC was cancelled by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court basically upholding the earlier ruling by the Kolkata High Court. Now, the fact is that Mamata met some of these job seekers and she has basically resorted to grandstanding. She has said that she stands with the people of Bengal and she is openly challenging the Supreme Court ruling, and she is even questioning the Supreme Court ruling, alleging motivations behind the ruling. And she has also claimed a conspiracy to destroy the education system in Bengal. Now, the larger question here is that this entire scam, recruitment scam happened right under a nose, right under a administration. And it was her police which failed to act on the perpetrators. Now, for her to play victim and challenge the Supreme Court ruling is something that needs to be looked at. Meanwhile, the BJP is also holding a protest. Suvendu Adhikari is leading a protest against amid the fallout of the Supreme Court ruling. And which, as you can see from these visuals, they're holding, they're wearing placards around the neck saying Mamata Chor. So basically, it's a big political fallout of the Supreme Court ruling.
Right. In fact, Priyabrata, also, the meeting which was called in by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was also marred by these protests. Talk to us about the sentiment behind these protests and what are the demands?
So basically, the protests happened over some passes that were required to enter the venue for this meeting. So there were, there was a clash between two groups alleging that they did not have. Basically, a clash over the passes to get inside the venue. Now, and a few of the job seekers also sat on a dharna on the streets against the Mamata government, and a few of them also took ill, is what I'm told. So, right now, now the BJP has joined the protest. They're in fact leading the protests, and they basically opened a front against the Mamata government and basically calling out the scam that happened on our watch.
Right, Priyabrata. Thanks very much for joining in with those details. In fact, viewers, remember, now the SSC protests come as the Supreme Court invalidated over 20,000 appointments of teaching and non-teaching staff members that were elected by the Bengal government in 2016. Massive protests in Bengal.